You know what? What's taking so long?
Atris is supposed to be showing us his brand spanking new age of Releashon, isn't he?
Atris doesn't usually keep people waiting this long. He's just been so concerned about his books. When he gets here, I will tell him you're in the study.
Okay, thanks. It's kind of fun watching these play in reverse. Gucci Gucci Goo. Not that I really blame them. They pretty much have to do it that way. Oh, we haven't looked at the tapestries yet. Let's look at this one first, because this was the one that showed up in the intro. The first thing that catches my attention is this guy on top of the stairs right here. I would assume this guy is Atris, and it appears that he's gathered the other Dunny survivors, but I'm not exactly sure what he's telling them. If you look in the back here, you can see that they've burst through a wall. In Myst and Riven, Atris was trapped in some room on Dunny, on some island named Kavir. I believe that this is the wall that he finally burst through before looking for the survivors. And at the bottom of the tapestry, you can see Atris twice. Here it looks like he's doing some kind of research and reporting it to the people. Of course, this is all speculation, but maybe this is when he's telling them they shouldn't restore the old city. And here, the survivors, I guess they're the survivors because they're wearing the same uniforms. They appear to be hard at work, setting up tents and dragging boats, and earning merit badges. And then this one really just looks like a reenactment of the Mayflower. But at least if you look on the left, we got Atris again, as well as some other survivors, and a familiar looking boat. This might be Catherine holding Yisha, but that would make this a very recent tapestry, so I don't know. Then at the base here, some survivors linking into a book. One of them over here. Not sure what he's looking at there. It looks like the footprints of a duck-billed Sasquatch. Not sure. But the bottom part is the most interesting because it's got dead people in it. If you look on the left here, some kind of pipe has burst and it's leaking garbage out all over the place. So that probably explains the dead people. So you might want to run. And this entire half of the room has been devoted to this glorified pedestal thing. These opaque windows keeping the room cool. And this dunny fire marble keeping the room warm. And this is the Releashon book. Oh, someone just came in behind us. This is the precious dunny paradise that Atris wrote for everybody. He's very protective of it. As you can see, it's got that lock and key on it. And on top of that, Atris put it in a glass case. Now, a glass case, that's just ultimate protection right there. Even the most determined criminals would have no idea how to ever get past a glass case. That's probably the highest level of security that you can ask for.
Well, my friend, I see you found the Releashon book. Catherine tells me you've been here for some time. I'm sorry if I've kept you waiting. Since we'll be gone a few days, I needed to secure some of my things. And I also wanted to bring you this. It's a journal I kept while I was writing Releashon. I thought you might find it interesting to read about what I'd hoped to achieve, compared to what the age truly is. Well, just let me get my keys to unlock Releashon and we'll be off. Oh, and I'm interested in hearing what you've been up to in recent months. No! No! Releashon!
Ah, I'm on fire! Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Tom Cruise! Punk! Get back here! No. Go! Get him! How am I supposed to catch up to him when the game won't even let me move while he's on the screen? Jerk. What a coward. Well, it looks like there's been a change of plans. I guess that tends to happen when Brad Dourif randomly shows up out of nowhere and steals your vacation home with his bare hands. Come to think of it, that's pretty badass. But it's also terribly inconvenient. And just to clear things up in case you're confused, this little rascal here did not link into the Relishon book. It was locked shut, remember? He stole the book, then linked into some other book he had on him, and then we followed him. Which sucks, because now we have no idea where we are, and we're stuck here since we don't have a link back. And also, Atris didn't follow us for some reason. So, now we're marooned on some rocky island with teeth and a giant crater. So while we're relaxing precariously on this high ledge, let's take a brief moment to look at the journal that Atris gave us. Now, this journal's kind of long, so I'm not going to read the whole thing out loud, but I will flip through the pages, so you can pause the video if you're interested in reading it. Well, I guess that's the last page. Quite a fascinating read, however, it's hard to see how it relates to our current predicament. It mainly tells us more about Relishon and just how important it is to Atris. But since we can't get in there now, there's nothing left to do but to explore the rest of the island. So let's start by backtracking to the place where we arrived. Yeah, it was right here, next to this funny pole in the ground. And it has a red fire marble on top, as well as this view screen. Or not, it's just a metal plate. That's not very interesting. But it apparently rotates. So let's see if it shows us anything now. Yeah, it's showing another one of these things with a purple marble on top. Huh. That's kind of weird because when I look around, I don't see that anywhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, it's kind of pixelated, but I guess that's a purple marble on top there. And if you think about the angles here, it makes sense. The first thing we saw here was a metal thing, right? It was just like a blocker. But we rotated this thing counterclockwise, so it's now over here. So the two lenses that we can actually see through are here and here, which is why we're viewing off to the left. So if I rotate this again, then the metal side should now be on the left, and we should be able to see out the right side now, which is just ocean, which is very boring. Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's try to look at this from different angles. Let's try seeing what it looks like from over here. Well, okay, sorry, that's just the metal thing again. And, well, okay, that's the ocean, right? That makes sense, because now the metal side's over here. While this thing is very interesting and also fun to play with, we don't really know what it's for or how it relates to the other ones around the island. And right now, we're just trying to get familiar with everything on the island, so let's not worry too much about actually solving this just yet. Instead, let's just keep moving.